I know we just met. Come in close. A little bit closer. I just want to let you know that I know we just met. We don't know much about each other, but I do want to see you winning your finances in 2025. Because take it from somebody like me that almost lost everything, that almost thought she was going to have to file for bankruptcy, that thought she was going to lose her home because she was so terrible at managing her finances. And it's until I hit rock bottom and I realized that I needed extra help and to get into the details that I didn't want to, that nothing was going to change until I made up in my mind that it was time for a change. But what's awesome about this video is that you can do all of these steps that I'm about to share regardless of your income. Because I don't trust myself. I don't trust myself. What you do not manage, you need to track. So I use Rocket Money and it's bomb.com. I use the free version. So with Rocket Money, you can set categories for all of your bills, your rent, your mortgage, car payments, credit cards, whatever bills you have, like subscriptions and also expenses. And you can set a limit or a budget per category so that at the end of the month, when you're going through and reviewing your budget, you can see where you overspent. And what I love about Rocket Money is it'll actually tell you which categories you overspent. So you will set like a budget and then it'll actually tell you how much you spent. But what I also love about Rocket Money is that you can link your actual bank accounts to it. You can link, I don't know what the max number of accounts that you can link, but you can link a lot. I link all of my checking accounts and I link my savings account because I want to keep track of how I'm saving versus what I'm spending. Look into finding some apps or automations to track your spending behaviors because again, what you don't track, you can't manage what you don't track. Logical step to do is to set up alerts on any of your banking accounts. So if you have a mobile app with your bank, 8 times out of 10, they do have alerts that you can set up. If you're not able to set it up on the app, you might want to log on through a website through like a laptop or a tablet and double check. But most banks do. You need to set up alerts so you can track how money is moving in and out of your accounts. So for one of my banks that I bank with is Ally. And so I have set up an alert that if my checking account falls below $100 to send me an email and a text message. Because sometimes I'll be at Starbucks, I'll be going to brunch, having a good old time. And it lets me know like, hey girl, you need to calm down. You know, your money is getting low, so you need to be paused. So these alerts are really lifesavers. And then I also have an alert set up whenever I pay my biggest bills, which is rent and my car payment. And I have a separate checking account just for those bigger bills. If you kind of want more information about this, make sure y'all watch this video where that's kind of like a part 1 and this video is a part 2. But I have alerts set up so that when those bills clear or those checks clear out of my account, it will send me an email to let me know that they have been paid. Setting up alerts are a great automation and a great use of technology to keep eyes on your money and like what's going on with your account so nothing surprises you. Management is so important, you guys, because bill management is how I jacked up my credit 5 years ago because I had missed my credit card payment. I was like over 30 days.
And then when I pulled my credit, I almost had a stroke because I was like, oh, wait a minute, what happened? And I missed the payment. And so
I told myself that I am not a robot. I am not Superwoman. So I'm going to start using bill management apps. And ever since then, I have not missed a payment on any of my bills. The apps that I use is called Bill Tracker Pro. What I love about Bill Tracker Pro is that you can set up categories for all of your bills. You can put in the amounts or estimates of what you think those bills are that you pay month to month. And then you can also set them up on a schedule. And what I love about Bill Tracker Pro is it will set up notifications. It'll text you or send you emails on when something is due or something is coming up. And you can also put in the accounts that you pay those bills out of. And you can also put in your income, what your monthly income is. And every time you pay those bills, it'll subtract it from the income that you've entered. Now this budgeting apps are a little bit of a pain to set up initially, but once you get them set up, everything flows. And you don't have to worry about when is something due, did you pay it on time, because you have it. Now, some of the other apps that I want to recommend, Bill Tracker Pro is something that I use, but there's some other ones called Buddy. This one is like a highly ranked budgeting app. This one I heard is very, very good. It's like the #1 budget planner. They also have another one called Bill Organizer and Reminder, which is another free app that you can use to track your bills. So I track your credit. No matter how ugly, how good, or not so good, you got to keep track of what your credit is. So one of the apps that I use to track my credit, I use two. I use Experian and I use Credit Karma. With Credit Karma, it only does TransUnion and Equifax. So then I use Experian so that I can track Experian separately. But there's also my FICO. You can use that one. I believe it's a fee to pull all 3 credit reports. If you're someone that's looking to purchase a home within the next year, if you're looking to purchase a car, I would definitely be more aggressive with tracking your credit and making sure that you don't get surprised, and having a good picture of how much you can realistically afford for a down payment for a car or the monthly payment. And if you're looking into purchasing a home in the near future, credit is critical, because when it comes to financing and looking at a loan, your credit is the #1 thing that they look at first. And based off of your debt to income ratio is how they calculate how much of your credit worthiness you are, how much of a credit risk you are or aren't. And that's how they determine your interest rate for your mortgage payment. Just saying, from a former homeowner. But you can use my FICO as a credit tracking app. You can also use Credit Karma, and you can also use Experian. There are some other apps out there, but I'm just sharing some of the ones that I heard are reputable. And that investing is one of my favorite things to talk about, but there's a way that you can automate your investments using Robo-Advisors. So Robo-Advisors are not for everybody, okay? There's some people that are quite efficient at managing their own investments. I only recommend Robo-Advisors for someone that is brand new to investing, or you're just getting started and you're kind of overwhelmed with all the terminology, or for investors that want a set it and forget it approach. So a robo-advisor is just an automated algorithm that runs behind the scenes and picks and chooses your investments based off of your risk profile. So someone that's in their 20s to 30s may be more of a aggressive portfolio, because they are a little bit, they're a little away from retirement, versus someone that is closer to retirement might have more of a conservative model where they're kind of pulling back and they don't want something so risk adverse when it comes to their investments. So it really depends on your style, but I personally use a robo-advisor. I use one at Fidelity, the Fidelity Go robo-advisor, and I also do some personal self-investing with one of my other brokerage accounts. Top robo-advisors recommended by NerdWallet in 2024. So you guys should definitely check them out. Again, I'm not ever trying to push my stuff on you. I just want to give you guys options and ideas that you can figure out and see what suits your lifestyle and for your household, and what makes sense for you and your money. So if you thought this video was super helpful, leave me some comments down below if there's any other types of finance videos that you guys would like to see in the Let's Talk Money / finance playlist. Peace.